guys have siblings like me, I'm sure you guys hate them sometimes, just like I do. But today I'm gonna be a little nice and say some nice words about my sister. She's my role model and sometimes my best friend or my enemy, depends how I'm feeling that day. So if you've ever met Jasmine, you'd probably realize that she's pretty dedicated, outgoing, and a pretty passionate person. One story I have about her dedication is that last summer we just got our first weight set, and you know, I like to work out and whatever, but I swear that girl is just insane. I mean, like every morning at 7 a.m. she'd be out there just working her absolute butt off. I remember one time I just got done with like 3 baseball games, and she wakes me up at like 6:30. She's like, "All right, you ready to go?" I'm like, "Dude, I just got done with like 3 baseball games." I'm like, "No." It's like, "I don't care." Like, and she brings me out there after workout. I hated every second of it, but she did that with me about every single day of this summer, and I was tired every time. I did not like it, but it pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. At the end of the summer, I realized how much stronger I got, because I realized beginning of the summer, I think my bench was around 195 for bench, and by the end of the summer, it was around 260. So I realized how much she actually helped me that summer. You can tell how dedicated she is by the absolute monstrous home run she has in softball. How outgoing she is too. After she hits those home runs, she's just the most excited person you could ever see. And I think that's also one of her other qualities of being outgoing. If you ever watch Jasmine at St. Cloud State, she's just the most outgoing person you'll ever see. You'll see her in the dugout just jumping around every time her teammates get a hit or something. I mean, she's a DH, so she stays on the bench the whole game except when she's up to bat. So she's just standing there cheering the whole time. And this one time I remember seeing her just running around. I don't really know what she's doing, but I guess her coach told her she has to run. So she sprinted as fast as she can to the fence and back, and she was up to bat right after that. And right after that, she got up to bat. She was pretty close to breaking the record for RBIs, and she had everyone up to bat, and she hits a walk-off home run against, I think it was Concordia St. Paul. And while she's running the bases, she stops at second base and starts to point at all of us in the stands, me and my dad and brother. And she's screaming, "Let's go, let's go!" I'm like, "Holy, you're goofy." And she just runs around, and she just starts, I don't know what she's doing. I think she was doing like jumping jacks in the dugout or something, but she was doing something random. But you can tell how passionate she is with sports and everything. About, like, I remember it was this summer. Yeah, no, not this summer. Like 2 weeks ago, she just broke the all-time home run record at St. Cloud State, and I mean, she had to hit 2 home runs in her very last game to break that record, and she tied the record in the first inning against Minnesota State. And then she barely hit it out, so she wasn't that excited. But when she got around the bases, she was obviously pretty excited. And then she got up to bat again. And then she was out, full count, no one on. And the coach from Minnesota State was yelling at her, "Oh, she sucks, she sucks." Let's try to get in her head. And she hits a home run, absolute bomb over center field. She runs around. She comes around the bases, stomps on the base, yells at their coach, Minnesota State, in playoffs, "You got to deal with me all day, baby," and just flips the bat and throws the bat at their dugout. They lost that game. I hope some of you guys can have someone like Jasmine in your life. I mean, she's outgoing, she's funny, she's kind of annoying sometimes, but she's a great person. She's funny. I already said that. But she's really an amazing role model. I look up to her every day of my life because she's the most dedicated person I've ever met, and I truly do love her. And I hope all you guys can have someone like that in your life. Thank you for listening.